Hi Caitlin, it's Fancy, and I'm looking at the additional visual elements you added to your packaging. I think that's working well overall. Kind of an interesting thing that you have to think about when you're using these rectangles with rounded corners within a rectangle with rounded corners is kind of this radius here. So you have this spacing here and this spacing here. Even if you made this spacing and this spacing equal, it always requires some manual tweaking to get the corners consistent in terms of um, the boundary. So even if this is equal and this is equal, which actually it's not, um, you always have to kind of hand tweak these corners to maintain that spacing all the way around. Anyway, but I feel that in the remaining time, as I said in the post, that you just need to concentrate on getting the crafting just as perfect as you can in the presentation and all that good stuff. As far as the background design, I know that before you changed it because what you had before was just kind of this gradation that went from one end of the design to the other, and then it was alternating between dark and light. So this one looks more like points of emphasis, and the only thing that I would say about that at this point is that the spacing in between is not consistent. Here it's kind of like a double visual pathway, and here it's a triple visual pathway. Or it's triple the space versus double the space here, and it kind of breaks the design in half. And then the gradation, you don't really have any gradation in here, or here, or in here because, these are just partial points of emphasis, so the gradation's probably living out here somewhere, over here somewhere, underneath the label. So here, this is where we see the gradation, and we do see some gradation here, but it's not a lot of contrast. But I know that you're also trying to maintain certain values of brown for the different drinks. So that's that. So it's kind of like these large points of emphasis on a darker ground. But again, I wouldn't worry about it at this point because you just need to get this project done for our presentation tonight. I like how you put the text in kind of this darker, against this darker background. You could probably even bring that brown down, so here, this darker brown maybe. And buzz, busy. I'm just making sure you meant B-Z-Z-Y instead of B-U-Z-Z-Y. I don't know if that's a typo or not, so just whatever you put, I would think it would be BU, but perhaps you meant it that way. The nutritional facts look good. You've got nice visual hierarchy. I think that works well. So I think you're done other than putting it all together. Again, take a look at the rubric because it is quite a bit different than the rubrics that we had for the smaller projects. The rubrics for the smaller projects broke down the design in several categories, and I believe that this rubric does not. So there's different pieces to it, so you want to make sure that each of those pieces, or that you cover each of those pieces. All right, I look forward to seeing how it all comes together, and I will see you very soon.